Hey guys, Sheep here, and today we're playing some Titan Quest because I have a quick announcement. Because I'm planning to do a bunch of Titan Quest 2 related videos, I applied for the Thq Nordic creator program, and we got accepted in that. So I wanted to make this video to announce that, and because I wanted to play some Titan Quest because it's one of my favorite ARPGs. Like top 5 of all time. So first of all, we're gonna name our character The Wheel Decides. Well, Wheel Decides. The Wheel is too long. Sadly, this is our 5th attempt at this video because I keep messing up, which is why this intro part has been pre-recorded. And as soon as we load in, will be the actual thing because I'm so tired of redoing this intro. So, Titan Quest came out in 2006. Which makes it almost a 20-year-old game at this point. It's very close. Next year it'll be 20 years old. Its first expansion came out in 2007. And then, when THQ Nordic got the rights to Titan Quest, we got a new expansion in 2017. I'll double check that number. Yeah, in 2017 we got the expansion Ragnarok. Then we got another expansion in 2019 called Atlantis. And then a final expansion in 2021 called Eternal Embers. And because of the style of Titan Quest, all of these are based around different myth eras and myths of like the world at those times come to life. So that's one of the reasons I love this game so much. It's because it's one of the few early 2000s ARPGs that wasn't dark fantasy like Diablo 2. Because everyone wanted a slice of that Diablo 2 pie. So the way, so we're going to go ahead and start this. I'm going to explain the way masteries and things work as we come across them. Masteries are your classes in this game. You pick 2 as you level, and we are letting a wheel decide our masteries. I have it all set up, and we will roll as we get new masteries. There's one exception to the wheel, and that's if we roll something that just like is not playable till late game, we'll probably reroll the wheel. There's only a handful of these. It's mostly like hunting plus storm isn't playable really into late game, and neither is rogue plus a spellcaster class, but I'll explain that when we get to it. So let's get going. So this is our 5th attempt. As I said in the intro, I've been having some trouble getting this like run actually started. I went ahead and rolled the wheel early. I won't cheat on the wheel, but I did go ahead and roll the wheel. I'm not going to give you any spoilers about the wheel.
Hello, stranger.
Our
farmers are
I was going to have us listen to the quest, but I guess I'll skip that one and listen to all the other quests.
It's not safe.
You don't spawn with potions in Titan Quest, or you do have to immediately run over there and grab potions. And then one of the best starting weapons is this one. Little torch, a fire melee weapon. It's one of the few weapons that spawns with like flat damage on it really early. Titan Quest is a lot slower of an ARPG compared to other ones. So, because of that, we're going to be doing a couple of things this video. We're going to speed forward through all the running sections. And I mean that literally. I'm going to put it on like 10 speed, and you're just going to have to watch me run for a little bit. Which will make each of the sections only like 30 seconds long, which isn't that bad. But let's explain one of my favorite parts of Titan Quest right now. You see that guy wielding a bow dropped a bow. And this one, wielding club, dropped his club. I find that so like interesting compared to other ARPGs, because it means that if you need to like farm out a specific weapon, you can just look for enemies that carry that weapon and kill them. That doesn't come up that often, but it is kind of cool. It also means that if enemies spawn with some super busted ass weapon, they will hit you with it and apply its effects, which is really funny in a lot of scenarios. It also makes the game quite hard at points. So now it's time to explain masteries because we're level 2. The base game started with 8 masteries. We have Defense, Nature, Hunting, Rogue, Spirit, Warfare, Earth, and Storm. The first expansion added Dream, Ragnarok added Runes, and Eternal Embers added Nidon. But I don't really like Nidon because it's kind of all over the place. So let's go roll our wheel and then I'll explain how masteries work. Poof. So we are going to play. Give me something good. Give me something great. I'll play melee if you give me melee. Come on, keep going. Just a little more. A little more. Tad more. Tad more. Tad more. So Earth is a physical, like, fire damage caster kind of build. Why is my green screen messing up today? What the hell? Okay, whatever. Yeah, Earth is a physical fire build. It can be played as mage or as caster. That's the word I'm looking for, caster. No, major melee. God, I'm so bad at this. So let's roll our secondary. Rune. So that's actually like not an unplayable build. Rune plus. So we're a fire conversion throwing build. Poof. So Rune. Think about Rune. Let's explain this first. As you put points into your mastery over on the side, you can actually get different skills. So like level 1, I can pick these. When I get my mastery up to 4, I can pick this section, which means you're not really locked by level for some of these skills, which is kind of cool. It means if I wanted this skill that converts my base weapon damage to elemental, I would just save a bunch of points, and then at level 11 I could grab this really, really early. So our build is going to be Earth plus Rim. So a couple of things we can do here. We could do the cheese Ring of Flame leveling, which is very tempting to be honest, because it's very funny for early leveling. And then we could swap to Rune with Rune Weapon later. It's not particularly like a top tier build. Dream does it a little better. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I just don't want to level Rune. So this is pretty much a Righteous Fire. We'll be draining our mana to deal fire damage around us. It's very, very strong early and does fall off quite a bit late game.
You defeated the power. Forgot something?
Okay, from this point on, we're going to listen to quest stuff. So first things first is we're going to need about 15 potions. That's the number that feels good. Then we're going to need a solid weapon. You could pick a ranged weapon here. I don't think it matters too much. But we're also going to need some of these for later. And by later, I mean when we hit the next level. And then all of our stats, kind of question what we should put stats into. I think we'll just save them for now, but I'm thinking we might need to stack intelligence. So our first side quest is right in here. Basically, we had to go save some dude's friend from the satyrs. That guy was tanky for some reason. Oh yeah, since we have no skills. Nope, that'd be why. Funny how that works, isn't it? Titan Quest does have a loot filter, and we will be turning it on. It has 3 stages of loot filters. There's filter nothing, filter for magic and higher, and then filter everything but rares and rare sets and uniques. That's the one we'd be leaving on most of the time. I'm literally not high enough. Okay, we'll put 1 point in strength so I can wear this. We're really hoping to hit 4 off this quest, or 3 off this quest rather. Help us a lot. But I don't think we will.
A human face.
Yeah, just short. I forgot that was an option. We have a button that just like teleports us to our last checkpoint. We'll be using that to our advantage a lot. Okay, we're 3 now. Which means we can actually start grabbing this. So the first thing we're going to max out is Ring of Fire. Then we'll max out Earth Enchantment to increase our damage of Ring of Fire. And that should be enough to get us through most of normal. As you can see, it's not like super overpowered or anything, but we don't have a lot of points in it yet. Just some solid extra damage.
Thank you.
This guy wants us to clear the path for him. Kill the fat man. I was thinking about going some range stuff, and then I was like, why would I do that? That's such a dumb choice when my main skill requires me to be melee. Like near melee range. I know I said I'd be skipping through a lot of this walking part, but there's like 4 or 5 quests just like right next to each other in this section. So we kind of want to drag as many of these enemies as we can next to each other. Let that burn kind of kill most of them. Fortunately, it wasn't enough to level here. There we go. Grab the quest item. Like, it's not good yet, but it'll be good soon. I feel like Titan Quest is one of those weird games where my buffs don't update dynamically and I have to reapply them to update them. We'll find out together. Energy regeneration is going to be a super important part of our build. And so is just like Mata in general. Get the dowry item back to this guy.
The necklace! Oh.
We're still not quite to the point where the fire just kills things. But we're getting there. I love these little like ruin areas early on for farming. They're so good. We even got lucky and got an XP shrine on this one. Playing a little bit of a walking simulator here, but that's only going to last for a couple levels.
Hold it there. No civilian gets in to see General Leonidas, especially when he's in a council of war. Well, look. A particularly savage centaur named Nessus has killed several of our farmers. He runs wild in the Pelena Valley. We don't have the men to send after it right now. Kill the beast, and I'll see you get to speak to Leonidas.
You know, this is a great time to explain monster charms and relics. So they're both just items used to enchant your gear. They'll have like things they can enchant, like this can enchant armor and this can enchant rings and amulets. You get 5 and you upgrade the passive, and you get like a randomized passive as well. They're all pretty good. The most important use of them is for Arcane Formula though, which is this slot right here. And it's basically kind of like a charm from Diablo 2, except you can only have one of them. And they're all, as you can see, they're usually like huge stat amounts and stuff like that. Relics are random drops and based on act and difficulty. And monster charms obviously drop from the monster that's in their name. So we're gonna have to go do that quest to kill the centaur real fast.
Hurry, what do you want?
I did not read any of this as I was selling it. That's probably gonna come back bite me in the ass later. So most of our gear we want to actually be magic gear early on, and then we'll. So We need a bunch of regen, which I think we have a bunch already. We also want some movement speed, so we'll grab this one. And I'm too fucking broke, but I'll buy this one. This is a broke boy moment, that's for sure. Oh, my potions. I need potions out the ass. Oh, well, by out the ass, I mean 12.
If I look worried.
Quick quest to go save that guy's grandfather, old man. I don't know. I wasn't listening. Okay, good. Our buffs do update dynamically, it looks like. Hey! The old man killed things and we got a set item. Or it might be a unique. I can't tell off the top of my head. It is a unique. Honestly, a pretty solid unique if we were not playing, you know, a caster. In my 5 attempts of this, that is the first time I've seen unique, by the way. So it is very rare, and it's even rarer to come off of that quest right there. So that's kind of cool. So here's our boss fight. I know it's very interesting. We're going to do some slight cheese on this boss fight right here, because we're trying to get him to run out of energy. There we go. Then if you walk like right over here, he will usually run away, but I guess he won't this time. Usually you break his AI and he's just like, nah, I'm good. Oh, rare item. That's a ring. That's a pretty solid item to find here. Level 15. Yeah, I'm close. Very close. So most of the good items in this game actually come out of chests like this one. Obviously, it's not going to happen this time. But usually it's out of chests like that one. I somehow missed the Sparta waypoint. That's funny. I was trying to be cheeky and speed that up, and I cost us more time. Oops. I skipped the well here somehow. I don't think I've ever done that before.
So, you killed it. I have to say, I didn't think you would. You're no Spartan. Speak with the general if you must. Be quick. Leonidas is a busy man.
So you're the one who brought the centaur down. I thought only a Spartan warrior could accomplish such a feat. So you are here on Diomedes' behalf. Very well. I will send a few of my men to defend his village. This isn't the first petition I've received requesting assistance. These beasts are everywhere now. And the lazy citizens who mocked Spartan discipline now whine for our help. No matter. Those creatures will regret the day they dared to step on Spartan soil. You must journey to the Oracle of Delphi. She will know where these monsters come from. I'd send a Spartan warrior, but I need all of them for battle. Go to Megara and find my old friend Timon. He can help you acquire a proper offering for the Oracle. Young warrior.
Okay, so we need to go acquire an offering for the Oracle and to travel to Delphi. Delphi, however the hell you want to pronounce that.
Thank
We're
you
gonna be
for
a
not
potion
loitering.
whore. So what I'm used to doing for skipping this part is coming up here, grabbing this rebirth fountain, and then teleporting back. But it's fast forward time. Okay, we're back. Let's do quick little ruins. Yeah, unfortunately, like, the game really doesn't like this build on high graphic settings because it hits so many enemies at once. Okay, we have max Ring of Fire. And from here, it's only downhill. Let's go. We're definitely going to do something about our regen, too. Or we just chug potions for all eternity. That is the thing, too. It'll be expensive, but we could do it. So it looks like we gotta drink a potion about every 300 health, or 300 mana.
The water by our...
There's a general rule of thumb in Titan Quest, in that if your build is very good early, it's usually very bad late. And the other way around. If your build is very bad late, or very bad early, it's usually really good late. So, while we can do this early game, walking around just is not a viable strategy for late game.
Mortal, I am a
There's just not enough ways to scale this skill, because Titan Quest has a max to the level of plus skills you can get, and I think it's 4, might be 6, but 4 sounds right. We got a quest to clear out this cave, but it's only specific enemies and not all these enemies. That's why you used to keep me kind of skipping things. It's specifically enemies with like a little thing under them. There we go. Found them. Run around and tag all these idiots. They'll kill themselves. And then we're gonna spend some time selling all these items. I just really need this money.
Yes?
Health regen is actually one of the more solid stats you can get on an item early.
Thank you for not loitering.
But it's really only good on builds that have a lot of strength because it tends to roll on strength items more than often.
You have no more room.
I went to Helos this time because I want to sell or store some stuff in our pretty much our equivalent of the shared stash from Diablo 2.
Hello there.
I'm not even gonna read them. Like, there's no way these items are worth anything to me.
Until next time, you can store your goods with me.
I'm also a long way of using that.
Keep. I can
Might as well
ease
put
your
this over here too.
load. Your goods
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna waste
safe.
100,000 gold on that right now. Let's go get our reward from the Dryad, or Nymph, or whatever the fuck it is.
You have cleansed the poison from the...
Good, good, good. I do like rewards.
I used to sell plows and scythes to farmers, but since the monsters, it's been swords and shields.
So we need to be able to look
beams
out
and
for
spears.
items with percent fire damage on them. Specifically, you can roll weapons with percent fire damage on them. Really strong.
Come
We will
again.
want them to upgrade our damage on our
Forgot something?
Firestorm. Help us get a little further in with it.
Artemis guide you.
I accidentally turned my Firestorm on. Okay, now that we're level, I want to test something. I want to put my points here, put this on 1. I want to look at my damage numbers. So what does this take? 114. Seems high. I think the battle marker's screwing it up. Okay, so this did increase our damage. I wanted to make sure it worked properly. So now, back to the run. Oh, look at that. Well, unique. Wow, this is gonna be the run. It's got fire and burn damage with energy regeneration. Requires 110 intelligence. Okay, you beat me. I will put my points into intelligence. I will see you next level, apparently.
We've got troubles. Every
Sword and shield not your style? I think you'll find what you're looking for here.
Okay, I think we're good to just continue pushing in. Ooh, our first heroic monster. These things are usually a pain in the ass. Obviously, when you just get to run away from a melee enemy, it's going to just die. But usually they're a pain in the ass. Oh, my second mastery time? I'm not going to put anything into our second mastery just yet. Really no reason to. And for those of you who have forgotten, our second mastery is Rune, which does lead to some interesting things happening where we can stack a lot of intelligence late game. But for now, we're kind of just fine. We're going to be here to do this like little side questy thing with these... Oh boy, that hurt like a... That was some damage, sir. You can let off of the damage. We are a squishy girl. Oh my god. Yes, very top tier, interesting gameplay here. I know. I really didn't want to play a walking simulator level, but on the 5th attempt of the run through, I was just like, screw it. By the way, the other runs all ended to like my Salem settings being wrong or the file not saving properly. They were all about 30 minutes long, nothing like too big of a loss. Just enough to be annoying. Technically, I think this is the furthest we've been. My first run was going to be... I rolled a rune like every single time, which is magical. I didn't really want to... I might die here. I'm getting predicted. Oh god. My first rune was Rune Rogue. Second one, I don't even think I got that far. I think it was like 10 minutes long. My third one was Warfare something. I don't even remember. I didn't get that far either. And this is my fourth one was Rune plus Storm or something like that. It was Hunting plus Storm. So I'm guessing my other one was Warfare plus Storm. Or plus Rune. Because I was like, holy shit, that's a large amount of times to roll Rune. That's why I couldn't be bothered to level the Rune again, because I've done it 5 times, or 4 times it feels like. And I think the last full character I made was also Rune. Okay, we're going to go do our end quest now. End quest. I mean our boss quest. There's a boss right up here. There are a lot of bosses in this game. Just saying. This is one of the more annoying ones. It's really easy to down this boss early. He hits like a truck. You gotta dodge that. He has a like fist slam ability that you have to dodge. Thankfully we have this like unique staff that's definitely helping out. And obviously being melee enemy versus get to run around is strong as always. A little unfair really. So yeah, bosses also have that thing where they drop only the items they're wearing, but you can also get like boss loot
Your
orbs,
inventory
or
is
there's
full.
just majestic chests. This one is a little questionable. We're gonna go back to town, sell all this stuff, and then come back. And I think we have to turn this quest in for skeleton
So the
raiders as well.
skeletons will...
Yeah.
So, please.
I want none of this because I guess we will need some decks later. It's important to know.
A good day.
Turn this off. Sometimes there is more chests in here. There's one. Yeah, this is a pretty common boss farm, to be honest. People will just walk over here, kill this boss. It's one of the few bosses that's really close to a waypoint. But now it's time for some more running.
A blacksmith of remark.
I see you've traveled a long road, stranger. Come, have a look. I might have something to suit your needs.
Yeah, we definitely need some dexterity here. Oops, I sold that. I meant to equip it. Still, unfortunately, only selling lesser potions.
Safe travels.
I don't think there's any reason to... Yeah, there's no reason to get any of these. This is... This is more damage later, but it's physical damage, kind of weird.
I was on my way from...
I bet you expected me to be like, oh, another run section, but nah, there's a quest like right over here. It's a quest to get the offering for the Oracle. It's actually a side quest, which is interesting because the main quest enemy or NPC tells you about it. They make it sound like you have to come get this. It gives you a random resistance to do this quest, which is kind of nice. Most of the time it's poison. I think it's like most common to be poison. And it's just another boss fight. As I was saying, there are a ton of bosses in this game. This one also offers 4 chests for killing it. So if you play on the very fast setting, sometimes items will, like quest items will phase through the floor. Oh, a set item. Let's go. We are getting to the point where I want to not pick up these magic items anymore. So I'm probably soon going to switch our loot filter. So we just don't see them. Unfortunately, these are a set item for a strength build. Which is very upsetting.
Bye.
Where's my magic set items?
Can I help you?
At least I find good like magic rares. I guess I can accept that.
Yes, a good day.
Okay, now we're back to another running section. Okay, so I'm running in this cave because I want to show off an enemy that's in here. It's this fuck. I don't think it's specifically that fuck, but it's one of these fucks. There's a quest where there's, it's not a quest, it's an achievement to kill one of these, like, a rare one of those enemies. Before you leave Act 1. And it's really hard to do. But if you're looking to do it, it does exist as a quest. I thought it was here, but it might be one of the other caves in this area. Anyway, back to running. If you run up here, here's the hidden blacksmith quest.
Well,
Which is
I
great
don't get
because I
many
really enjoy
visitors.
this.
Greetings. How can I help you?
And we're gonna switch our bad health potions with good ones. His rings are usually the most important thing about him.
Goodbye now.
I didn't realize I was getting hit by something.
Hello.
Besides that, it didn't look like we spawned with anything good on him this time.
Hi.
But just the quest itself was worth doing. Okay, finally back here.
Do you know Simonides?
What level is this ring?
Fine
15? Oh, we got our first extra storage bag. That's great.
Farewell.
So go talk to the Oracle. Yeah, there's my permanent poison resistance.
Seeker. You have come for a prophecy. Since Leonidas sent you, and you are a worthy supplicant, I shall channel Apollo's prophecy if he wills it. Wait. Wait. I, the oracle of great Apollo, am having a vision. The ancient ones emerge and run in chaos's full eruption. An evil band in every land, delighting in destruction. What seems shapeless, formless, and faceless, their great one is releasing. So to enslave both god and knave, their sorrows thus increasing. Who is man to stay the hand of those the gods can't better? And a hero yet takes the bet to break the evil's fetter. 3 lights of hope to help you cope. One south in sand and wonder. One to the east, defeat the beast and tear their plan asunder. The final light will mark the fight, where you must face your fear. A door ajar, you travel far, and yet you find it near. You, warrior, are not what you seem. You came here to discover the source of these monsters. Nearby in the foothills of Parnassus lie the Parnassus Caves. Travel through these caves, and on the far side, you shall find your answer.
That poem was cool and all, but I understood nothing. Well, we're good on potions and we're good on everything else. We finally have access to the skill resetter when we need it later. For now, I think I might grab a couple more healing potions.
Are you sure you should be
Go
shopping
30.
here?
And
Okay,
then we're just
bye.
gonna push forward. Act 1 is just so much walking. Yeah, that enemy over there kind of hard counters me because it turns off my auras and stuff. So we are here for the next part of this run. Kill this thing, turn this back off. Just do it that way. So, do we have any summon ones? No. Okay, that's fine. Potion situation looks fine. I think we're good to just continue. I do need that little bit of extra intelligence and dex. So this is actually technically a quest area, so we'll be walking through it. Well, the quest area is like right ahead of us. It's also a great time to showcase something I really love about this game is that like right before fighting specific bosses, you can kind of guess what the boss is based on their myths in the outlying area. And when we get to the boss room, I'll show you how you guess this one. though I'm sure you'll be able to guess upon seeing the boss room. We're gonna try to get to the boss room with this battle marker. That'll make our life so much easier. As I said, our damage is quickly falling off. Doesn't look like it, but it is. So as we approach this boss room, guess what kind of enemy we're fighting? Though these didn't used to be here, it kind of gives it away. But, yeah, our first boss is Medusa. Also, perfect time to talk about this. These are monster infrequents and are really strong rare items. They have like a base set of stats they can roll, and then they can also roll like rare stats. Why is my green screen messing up so much today? But just pointing it out, we'll probably wear this once we get to that level. Pretty solid one, to be honest. One of the best ones Joe's dropped from here, it's Stonebinder's Cuffs, and they're plus skill bracelets. So you need to kill the healer first, usually. But because we're so AoE, we just get to do this. Eventually the healer does run out of mana, which is kind of nice. It might be time to go ahead and pick up our rune stuff, to be honest with you. We'll get ourselves a nice little left click. I walked straight back into that goddamn. Get in the boss fight. Doop, doop, doop. It's going to be a huge damage increase for us. You can't use it with staffs! It will eventually be a huge damage increase for us. Once we get rid of our staff. Wow. That was pretty awful.
I can't believe I let...
Do we have a fire? Like, if we can find a increased fire damage, like, bracelet would be pretty good. Or one-handed weapon is what I meant to say. Bows also work, I think. I think the skill literally just does not work with staves, and that's it. No, another Stonebinder's Crown. Yeah. Like, you can see the quality difference between this monster infrequent and this monster infrequent.
Hello.
Yeah, we just don't have the stats to wear real weapons. Sad. Thankfully, we don't need to. Also, next running section. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention about this game. And that's, there are different bosses that spawn in higher difficulties, and one actually spawns right here. So that's kind of cool. There are bosses you can't see unless you actually, like, go through the entire game multiple times. I like the concept personally, but I do understand that a lot of people will not. A lot of people aren't going to want to do the main quest like 16 times. Just kidding. It's 3, obviously, but still. I like doing all the late game stuff.
You were in the swamp.
Hold on there. We got...
Oh god, that thing hurts. It will literally just like two-shot me, which is really annoying. I might literally just not have enough potions for this fight. Solid cheese strats activated. Okay, back to running.
Yes, have a look.
When you see traders and like random chests and stuff in these kind of areas, it's a random event that was added with the Eternal, like after the Eternal Endurance hatch. They're kind of cool. They offer some cool stuff. Usually it's like chests and stuff like that. Usually it's like chests, hero monsters, traders, sometimes like wandering guardsmen. Makes the world feel a little more alive. I kind of enjoy it. We are seeing a lot of hero monsters recently. What the hell? Oh shit. Could you not just casually turn off all my damage sources? Thank you.
Ah, it's you.
So after looking at it, I think our damage is great, and I'm going to do something about our tankiness by taking this skill right here. Not that one. This one. Also, I apologize
Everything
for
done can be undone. May
skipping through that
destiny
dialogue.
teach you
I was not
greatness.
watching. Put 1 point in this and 1 point in this. That way we can attempt to wear one-handed weapons, and then later on, I skipped the dialogue. I'm so sorry.
I'm setting sail for
It's not
something
intentional, I
that's
swear.
never seen a monster. Milos, or Icaria. No more?
Thankfully, this isn't a fast forward section. This is actually like a place worth walking through. It's also pretty short. Main thing you're gonna do is you're gonna walk through here, kill enemies, and look for chests. Like this. Spellchers usually don't have anything in them. Hoping this next boss isn't a pain in the ass. I know he's going to be one, but I'm hoping. Praying even. I really don't have much to say about this area. It's like pretty chill with this build. I am excited to kind of stop playing the walk around build at some point. But I think I'll progress through Act 1 at least with this, and then swap to a real build starting in Act 2. And we start having to have a little more options for gear and stuff. I love this bug right here, by the way. It's like super consistent, happens every single time. It's just so funny to me. No real reason it should be, but it just is. Oh. Please don't kill me, Mr. Skeleton. You're gonna hear me saying that a lot in a second. Actually, I'm wondering if I should go get potions before we do this next fight. 14 potions should be enough, right? Right? Probably not. Ow. Why hit like truck? I guess I'm on talk. Okay, there we go. We got him. We did not get lucky, and he did not drop anything worth talking about. Wow, he really did not drop anything worth talking about.
Mysterious warrior, by saving my life you have done more than you know. I lead the Order of Prometheus in Athens. We are an ancient order, charged with the safekeeping of the
This is
mortal
definitely not
realm.
Deckard Cain.
What you have heard is true. The force behind these monsters is a powerful being, a lesser titan known as a Thq. The Titans are an ancient race of gods, much older than Zeus and his brethren. They once had absolute power. All creatures followed their rule. Eventually, the gods created humans and gifted us with intelligence. We defied the Titans on many occasions, and they were determined to destroy us. The gods resisted, refusing to let their greatest creation be destroyed, and a great war ensued. It seemed as though the Titans would triumph. However, a few bold warriors and heroes aided the gods. They banished the Titans to a nether realm. We believed that all the Thq were banished with them. It seems we were wrong. The Thq is now bound for Knossos on the Isle of Crete. We fear that he plans to destroy a sacred artifact, which we have guarded for ages. This artifact keeps us in contact with the godly realm. If it is destroyed, there's no telling what will happen. You have to stop him. Go to the docks here in Athens. You will find an agent of our order who will arrange your passage to Crete. Hurry. The fate of the world...
God. That old man sure does like to talk, God damn it. So they took some liberties with Greek lore, but you know, I think it's fine.
Phaedra sent you.
We are really close to the end of Act 1, so I'm going to save my recording here, so there might be a slight cut in the recording. Yeah, I just did not want to lose a couple hours of recording.
The beasts have
stupid.
claws and teeth, but you have fire. You have Zeus-like bolts to throw.
And I love the art of this chess piece.
I have things to sell you. Safe travels. Once, long.
I'm not sure if we're going to be doing quests as we progress through. This section of Act 1 is pretty short. I should have got some more potions. Oops. I really don't care about this area.
So long.
It finally happened, huh? I'm just so zoned out. I'm just like just ready for Act 1 to be over, because Act 1 is the longest act in the game, and it just fucking drags. Like, once you get to Act 2, there's always something to be doing in Act 2. But Act 1 just has the long run sections. And, like, Act 3 is honestly relatively short. And then you go into Act 4, which is the expansion. And the expansion is also kind of just stuffed with things to do, even if it's a little long. Just want to finish off this this section, and then I want to take a short break. And I don't know if I'm doing Act 2 in the same sitting. I'm probably instead going to do a couple of end act boss runs, and I'll show you what that run looks like when we get there. This is one of the shortest boss runs in the game, so like end of Act 1 boss runs are very good for getting gear and for hitting like level 20-ish. So, fun fact about this area, this map is like straight lying to you sometimes. Because it's a little labyrinth, I didn't want to like tell you everything. So you kind of just have to like see, like right here, it says there's an opening and there's not. So you kind of just have to get like used to the movements through here. Overall, it's pretty easy. Nothing ridiculously hard. But just kind of a cool little feature. The map lies to you because it's supposed to be a maze. Way more elegant than removing the map. Yeah, I'm a little rusty, okay? I'm also pretty tired. It's already a lot later than I'd be up. because it's taking me so long to do all these stupid run attempts. I'm pretty happy with this one, though. I mean, besides the death, that death kind of sucked. That was just me being stupid. Man, I sure do wonder what this boss of this labyrinth is going to be. Question. No idea. I think there's one more checkpoint before the boss, but I might be wrong. It does all kind of blend together after a while. Yeah, let's just go up. Yeah, 'cause we don't have that checkpoint yet. There might be another one down there. Remember, kids, the way to get out of a labyrinth is hug the right wall. Do not let go. Put your hand on the wall and just keep walking. Of course, this doesn't work if the labyrinth moves, but this one doesn't, thankfully. Okay, so this is the last waypoint, or checkpoint. And the boss isn't that far from here. It'll be shorter if I take the right direction. God, these things are so fucking spooky. Okay, so here's our boss. It's thankfully a melee boss. We're gonna kill these traps before we have to deal with the boss, hopefully. Nope. Melee bosses would be a little easier if I didn't get slowed by these traps. That's why I was trying to kill the traps before we fought the boss. I mean, overall, this is just easy peasy boss fight. As I said, this build is very good at killing melee bosses, if a little slow. The next boss is actually the one I'm worried about. Because the reason this section is so good at this, for boss farming, is because right after you kill this boss, you enter this door and there's another boss. Spoilers for a 20-year-old game. I was being stupid. I was like, oh, I think I could burst him down from there. God, things in this game fucking hurt. That was really bad of me. thankfully, bosses don't heal. It's the only saving grace. I almost made the same mistake twice in a row. That would have been really dumb. Holy shit. I am going to head back to a town and buy some potions.
Hi again.
Probably 30-30 should be enough. I can't believe I'm not 15 yet.
Again.
Next boss, next boss. Constructs are super easy, thankfully. Though we still shouldn't face tank them. I keep forgetting I'm a squishy mage, even if I'm going to be, like, not late game. But for now, I'm a squishy mage. They broke the conduit to the gods. No! Yeah, the scariest part about this fight is when they stun you, when he stuns you. Like that caused some stupid stuff to happen. This would be a lot easier if we had a melee weapon for runes, so we could actually hit him and do some damage. Yeah, we got really like lucky, and he hasn't done like his super annoying moves that often. Like we only got one summon section. That's great. Oh, we're gonna call that not close. Not even close. I thought the orb wasn't about to spawn for a second. I was about to be pissed. Wow. And that is the end of Act 1. Thank God, I am so tired.
It was amazing.
That was what? An hour and a half, almost 2 hours for Act 1?
Managed to best the Thq. Unfortunately, there was
I
no
don't care
way
about
to
the dialogue. So yeah, what you do here is if you want to keep farming this boss, you don't exit this area right here, because there's actually a waypoint right here. So we're not going to go any further, because we want to farm this boss a couple times before moving on to Act 2. So that is the end of this recording. I will be back with what I farmed from the Thq and what we're planning to do for Act 2. Okay, we finally made it over to Act 2. We only did like 10 runs. The only thing I really picked up that was interesting is the Oracle's Vestment and this ring, but the ring's kind of like, it's okay. Nothing too interesting to talk about. We did respec off of our constantly walk build into a like linear, it's kind of hard to tell, but these are actually projectiles. It doesn't have large listed damages, but to make up for that, they do hit 3 times. This gives us some pretty reasonable damage. It was a huge increase in boss clear damage, which was kind of nice. Oh, I gotta do that thing real fast. I put it up to like very fast because we were just playing off stream with no recording.
Greetings,
So it didn't matter.
traveler. I am Imhotep. Honorable Phaedrus has praised your accomplishments and sent word of your coming. Even the heroes of legend might have met their match in a Telkin, yet you have stood triumph.
I think my Titan Quest sounds are a little loud today, but I'm not 100% sure. They seem louder.
It's not safe here. The city is overrun. We cannot hold out. I must stay here and stand guard, but if only I had.
I gotta check that. Yeah, so I went and checked, and for some reason my sounds were just a lot louder today for no reason, so I turned it down a little bit. Like, I made no sound changes overnight, but, you know, sometimes that just is how it is. So, similar to Act 1, there are some sections where we do have to do some running through. And we'll speed up those sections, but this is not really one of them. As I said originally, there's a lot of things to do in Act 2. So there's usually always some reason for me to be just chatting with y'all. So walk up here. You can see it on the map. There's actually a hidden area over here. Grab this thing. It opens a side quest later on. Like a multi-act branching side quest. I'm gonna turn my sound effects up just a little bit. As you see, our damage is a lot higher. What I was confused about is yesterday this had a cooldown, and I guess it doesn't because I had the mastery shrine. So I was sitting there spamming it. I'm like, I'm used to this having like a half a second cooldown on it. There it is. Okay. Confused the shit out of me. Yeah, this is really good for hallways. That, of course, is way less, like, efficient than the running build, but we have higher boss damage, so that should screw us up, actually. These old school games and their, like, volume being all over the place just drives me nuts.
I thank the gods that you are here.
Yeah, see, like,
I
this
have
is
done
way
everything
too
I could
loud.
to keep the...
Okay, I've never seen a game crash because I changed the sound settings before. That's a new one.
I thank the gods that you are here. I have done everything I could to keep the beast from the library.
Wasn't loud enough this time.
We keep the scrolls below.
Somehow, monsters found their way in. I don't know how. They'll ruin everything.
What honestly feels like happened is that it just loaded generic save sounds. Oh my god. Are we gonna crash again off volume changing? Okay, sure. I honestly think what happened is it just straight didn't load the right sound effect. I would like to go get this. But if I get this, I'm like locked into being a fire build. Like a caster fire build for a while. So there's no reason to go that high for when we go rune later. Which honestly I think like I do want to do this rune attack speed stuff. It's just a little hard to do early. I mean, I guess I'd want it for summon Core Dweller later. I could also just put points in Core Dweller. Yeah, let's grab a tanky boy to keep us alive a little bit. Arise, my tanky boy. Set to aggressive. Yeah, you can set pets to be have slightly altered AI. Like defensive will stay next to you, normal will attack some things, and aggressive will like run across the map to go hit things. I prefer just leaving it on aggressive most of the time. You can also kind of like tell it to attack things, but I'm not. I'm too lazy for that. Okay, it feels like it just like didn't load the proper sound settings when I loaded in. Weird. That seems about right. Yeah, okay. I'm not talking to this person again. I'm blaming that for my crashes. As you can see, our damage is a lot more solid than yesterday. Without even like changing that much gear. Simply a skill swap over. Focus the golem, not me. The golem. The golem. If I get hit by that. There we go. Bunch of garbage. Woo! Yeah, bosses aren't gonna target the golem. I'm probably gonna swap off the golem. There's no point being here if bosses don't target him.
That's nothing.
Quest time. Yeah, like my golem doesn't distract bosses, so he's fucking useless. Which means I will respec out of him later, but what do we want to do with our current skill points? Maybe we grab stone form for some like huge defensive things. We could also just remax Ring of Flames, so we can have a cast plus Ring of Flame stuff going on. I don't think I want to do that though. I think I'm better off just grabbing the 1 point in stone form. Almost start picking up our rune mastery stuff so it's active later. This is probably the best starter rune thing to pick up. So I don't misclick it. Man, our damage is through the roof.
It's been hard on us.
Have you heard? If this...
Yeah, there's a really nice XP quest just like right outside of this town.
You are the one who's...
Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I need a merchant.
What brings a foreigner such as you to this place along the line? Might that thing be sold here? Good then.
go turn in a couple of these quests that we finished earlier and just didn't run back for. Also, respec out of the stupid golem.
Done can be undone. May destiny teach you
Who I do not have access to, so I will not cheat and I will disband. Yeah, you can cheat a little bit like that, but like it's not good enough or worth doing, really. I'm gonna grab all of this for that sweet, sweet movement speed and vitality and bleeding resistance. Those are all really good. Extra strength is also kind of nice.
My sword. You found it.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't show up with the exclamation point. He's just like, oh, okay. Then I need the bank.
Where is that lazy boy? Oh, hello. That's it, we're out of space.
Now we are ready to go. Yeah, quests are just so much better XP than farming things, unless it's like something specific you're farming. Why would you leave that blocked? Okay. No! The temple's burned down.
Hail, good hero. Imhotep asked us to watch for you. Just yesterday, this temple stood whole and complete. And now, look, it has been ransacked by Telkin. We did all we could to stop him, but we were powerless against the ancient sorcerer. I do not know what he wanted. There are many mysteries which the Order of Prometheus guards. Mysteries from before the war of the gods and titans. Imhotep fled when the Telkin came, escaping with some of the temple's most sacred texts. He left me with a message for you. He has gone to Memphis and waits for you there. Follow the Nile, and you will come to the great city.
Okay. Knew this was here. This used to be one of the easiest farms in the game. You'd kill these 3 skeletons, you run back up here, and they just keep respawning, and you just keep killing them over and over and over again. As you can see, it's like very solid XP. But I don't have the effort to keep doing that. But if you find yourself underleveled, it's a very solid strategy. Instead, I'm just going to kill the obelisks because they're worth a ton of XP by themselves. By the way, that's not even the most efficient level cheese in the game. The most efficient level cheese is actually getting your character to a higher level, dying on repeat, and getting gear that has % XP bonuses on it, and picking up your tombstone that gives you XP back. Because for some reason, % XP applies to your tombstone. So you get all your XP back plus more. But it's a single player game, there's really no reason to cheat. I say it's single player, but like obviously you can play with friends and stuff through Steam Play and stuff like that. Just the multiplayer in this game was never particularly good. Okay, that was a solid level and a half. Time to get back to the main stuff. They did make these side areas like worth doing, which is kind of nice. Back to the run. Okay, back in town. So something about this town is it's really easy to not pick up the waypoint because it's just like where it is. I forget it quite often, so you gotta walk all the way over here for it.
I don't have time for idle chit-chat. I'm too busy. I suppose you'll want something that's sold out. All right then.
Pardon me.
There's a couple side quests in this area, but I can never remember where they are, so I don't tend to do them. None of them are like super important side quests either. So up in here is actually like a secret boss. It's also one of like the most efficient farm areas in Act 2. Like even better than like the late game, like end of Act boss. Simply because of where it is. It's this boss right here. So if you find yourself needing a power boost, you come here and you just run this a couple times. Unfortunately, this boss is very tanky. As you can see, like even in one try we got a nice little rare, or unique, my bad. Not that it's something we can really use. Made to your early is like such a pain in the ass. Once we pick up this this waypoint, there's 2 really easy quests in this area that I want to rush over to do.
Once I
One about a hidden treasure and one about the caravan's not working. So the caravans are due to a boss monster that's been farming them. I believe he's over here. I think I was supposed to go further over. But anyway, the hidden treasure's right here, so we'll grab that first. It's a pretty easy one. You just open this door, kill a couple things. Pop these obelisks down pretty fast. Clear out the skeletons, and we're good to go. Let's go see about those caravans, why don't we? I think it's just slightly further over. There he is. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Note to self, running into a giant pack of enemies is not a good idea as a mage. Wild how that works. That bleed is something else, holy shit. He keeps dodging me. My cast speed is so low. It's just like not hitting him. Thank you. God. Turn our quest in, get our level up. I guess we could max Rune of Life. The extra bleeding and vitality resistance is just really nice early. Like what we're really looking for in here is this stuff right here. And a little bit of this. So we will need to actually like level up our rune quite a bit. We're also starting to look squishy because we don't have that many points in our masteries. That's where a bunch of our health comes from. This is not where I want to go yet. Yeah, it's about time to start worrying about like resistances and stuff. So remember how earlier I was talking about items that fall through the ground? This is it. This is the item that falls through the ground. There's a bit of running until our next area, but not like too much running. Yeah, no wonder I was taking so much damage. This is not where I was trying to go. God damn it. I realized it too late. I was like, wait, this isn't right. That cave is for a late game boss, like hidden boss. I was looking for Fayum Passage and not Sandslope Cave. But I might just go the like proper way because I don't remember where Fayum Passage actually is. Is it here? There we go. This is where I wanted to go. There's a couple of pretty easy quests in here we can go do real fast. There's this one right here. There's an achievement for opening this 3 times, by the way. Even though it does nothing. So there's that quest. And then if you come back and go back to that one at the edge, I believe there's a quest in that too. I'm not 100% certain on this one. Yep, here we go.
No, stay back.
Stay back. There's a boss. A scary boss who's definitely not stuck on the chest. Oh, this thing hits like a truck. I need defenses. Something fierce. Wow, disappointing.
It's dead, isn't it?
Now let's go turn in that missing brother quest. Which I believe is this. No, it's not this one. I'm turning it now because if I don't, I'll forget I did that. It's one of these people in this area. There she is.
Everything I feel.
It's also a great opportunity to clear inventory out.
Gods protect you.
I could walk through this section, but there's like no reason to. I do want to grab these dark obelisks because they're worth just so much XP. I'm sure my refusal to level will come bite me in the ass later. That is a problem for later me. Realistically, you should be about 40 by the time you beat normal. I don't remember what our level cap is. I think it's something in the 70s. Kill an obelisk. So much easier if you just pop them all early. So what happens if you kill these? It spawns these as bosses. That one glitched out a little bit. These things are super easy to kill, so you just get like free damage on them. Might as well spawn them all at once. Ooh, what was that lag? Yeah, that's another boss down. Two items? Wow. Man, that'd be really nice if we were playing Dream. A very solid item. But alas, we are not. Yep. And back to Memphis. While Act 1 was very linear, Act 2 is very, like you repeat areas a lot.
Ah, the Eye of Chaos and the Hand of Balance. They combine to form the Scepter of Eternity, an artifact of great power. Now, let us make haste and perform the ceremony.
2 attribute points. I'm thinking about speccing out of all this and just going for the flame arc increase.
Why, this cannot...
I might actually do that. Where's the respecker in here? Is there not one? It doesn't really matter because I still have enough points to go into the thing I want to go into. Runtime! I don't know what it is, the game just feels kind of choppy today.
Stole something?
I already had an obsidian bracer.
Your goods are safe with us.
Roads not taken may now be followed.
Ouch, my wallet.
Choices have been made.
My weapons and armor are simply the best. Look for yourself. You will find no better. Farewell.
Okay, so I think we're going this way to start. More running. So I love this section because it's like, hey, find the proper tomb. But unlike in Diablo 2, they don't tell you which one's the proper tomb, so you just kind of gotta guess. Or you can use this mystical magical thing I like to call muscle memory to find the tomb. Basically, I've done this so many times, it's this one. But Diablo clone is a Diablo clone. Not really much to talk about as we're walking through here. Just a pretty simple pre-boss walk. The boss in here isn't particularly hard either. Telkin number 2. Wait, what? He was like bugged and I couldn't hit him because he was in the sky. Yeah, I don't know why they opted to have the clones give you XP. I think it's just really stupid, but you know, I'll take free XP. It's not a lot of XP anyway. This one is like the easiest of the Telkins because his main damage is honestly that light beam attack, and it's really easy to dodge. Honestly, all of his attacks are easy to dodge. The item I want is right here, and it's fucking bugged. It's not even stuck on anything. It's just like, I don't feel like falling down. Yeah. Why not? I wanted to see if reloading the area would fix that. It did. Okay, thank God. Thank you. It's really stupid.
You defeated the Thq? Excellent! Perhaps there is hope yet. You must get to Babylon. Even now, another Thq is assaulting that city. What is this tablet that you found? Let me take a look at it. Oh no, I know now what these Thq were looking for. This tablet reveals that within the Temple of Marduk, below the Hanging Gardens, rests the sickle of Kronos. This sickle was used by the Titans in the Great War and possesses the power to kill even a god. If this sickle is at the Thq's command, oh, we are all doomed. Hurry! It is most important that you get to Babylon right away. There is no time to go by land or boat. There may be a better way. Go to the Temple of Hatshepsut, where you will find an ancient portal. The Scepter of Eternity is a key to many realms and can be used with the portal to transport you to Babylon. Place the scepter before the portal.
You cannot open this door.
Time for a mystical magical portal. Woo! Is the right one? One additional projectile. We shoot 4 projectiles now. Wow, why does he still have an exclamation point?
There, the gates are open.
To tell me the gates are open. Okay, got it. You're telling you have ancient portals that teleport me around places, and you made me take a boat all the way to Egypt? Like, I only added 1 extra projectile, but it feels like so much more because it made the projectiles split apart more often. Like, more. So they're not, like, clumped together in a line anymore. Like, feels pretty good, to be honest. I'm gonna miss these obelisks for XP. There's nothing quite like them for the rest of the game.
This is locked.
Man, that damage increased by adding a 1 projectile is kind of insane. Shotgunning projectiles. Damn, that's a really nice ring. Probably replace the ward stone. Casting speed and damage. Oh yeah, you can feel that cast speed. And off to Act 3. It only took us... We did it in under an hour. Let's go. It's finally to Act 3.
Please.
Act 3 is a lot of running, but we need to be very careful because there's some very heavy hitting enemies in here. Specifically poisons will whoop our ass. Once you get that battle marker plus the no cooldown, like, holy shit, do we attack really fast. This thing is the thing you need to be careful about. You get hit by that poison, you're in for a bad time. Ow. I don't usually play casters in this game, so this run has been definitely a nice change of pace. Yeah, I'm just too much of a fan of the like bow and like staff auto attack builds. Okay then. We got bonked. Holy shit. I was just enjoying my life and then bonk. My entire health bar gone in like one hit. Nope, they weren't using a rare weapon or anything. They just did a billion damage. Okay, boss time. So, as with any boss room that has these, you kill them first. I expected him to have drops for some reason, even though I knew there was a chest over here.
I have failed. All my life I trained so that I might one day kill a monster like this Talkeen. But when the time came, I was not strong enough to defeat him. I fell on the first blow, powerless to move. Now, because of my failure, he is the sickle of Kronos. Can what you say be true? You managed to beat the Talkeens in Crete and in Egypt. Thank you, warrior. At least in some way, my family and village have been avenged. At last they can rest in peace. I see now I misjudged you and your abilities when we first met. Now, the Talkeen wields the sickle. His power matches that of the gods. There is no telling what terrible purpose he has planned. Hurry! He used the sickle to slash an exit through the wall. Don't worry.
A wise man would prepare himself well for the road ahead. Lucky for you, I have goods to sell to the wise. Go safely.
Changing our base outfit. This is one of my favorite one, probably.
The practitioner of magic has special needs. That's it.
I did see this thing.
Hunt for the sickle. You want to quest to kill these little guys? For some reason they had like a huge rarity increase. I don't know why they were given such a rarity increase, but they have one. That helm was kind of dog water. I would like to get a new weapon at some point. We've been using the same weapon the entire game, pretty much. Okay, this is a little bit of a run section. Act 3 is kind of like Act 1, it's a lot of running. Man, they really wanted to give you that sense of, like, chasing something with all the running you gotta do here. But it's kind of ridiculous.
I see people travel east, I see them go west. Never have I seen so many monsters. But what can I think? How is it? By well, fortune follow you. Welcome! Fear not, your goods are safe.
Side quest time, side quest time. Finally a break from running.
Well, I thought I was.
It's another side quest like right up here, so we're just gonna slow it down and try to go do that real fast. This next side quest has one of the most bullshit boss enemies in the game. Just warning you now, I'm probably going to die at least twice. I'd be more surprised if I didn't die. Oh, I think I got my distances wrong. I think we're a little bit off. If that's the case, I'm gonna speed it up until we get to the cave that he's in. So zoom time.
It's
Here we go. I forgot there was that little, like, weird section where you climb down the mountain to climb up another mountain. Ow. Everything hits like a truck in this area. God damn. Maybe if I spent those extra skill points I had, or extra attribute points I have, maybe then I'd be a little tankier. Okay, time to go die. Clear out as many of these idiots as I can first. And you're thinking to yourself, how bad could it possibly be? Like, how strong can this one enemy be that he thinks he's gonna die at least twice in the same area? Well, you see, good sirs, if we get hit by that stun, we're just dead. Oh, wait. What'll usually happen is you'll hit into the stun, into the meteor, and he'll just kill you. But, it looks like we got lucky this time. And, we're not gonna have to deal with that. Why is the save point so far back? God damn it. Well, let's go turn this quest in.
My son.
And back to running.
It's all my fault.
Boss time. He died to the... Where'd he go? He just fell through the floor. Yeah, look at that bonus to all pets health by 100%. It used to not be here, it used to be later in this difficulty, but like, pets were so bad they had to move it up. And I like the pet build, it's kind of fun. But I just didn't want to play it because it has some serious issues in the early game. Like, it's definitely a better mid-game build, like mid-late game build, than it is an early game build.
sky smiles on the traveler.
1 to all skills. Well, fuck everything else.
Day and night are a soft song the great spirit sings.
Who gives a shit about these other stats? 1 to all skills.
Peace finding.
Like, even though it caps at 4 all skills, it's still, like, super, nice to have. I think it's 4. Okay, I'm going to, go back to running. There's something at the end of this cave. Like, you could see it so far on the map. Usually when that happens, it's like a important area of some kind. But I don't have any recollection of this cave. Nope, it's just a cave. Okay. Oh god, I'm going to die. I cannot believe I survived. Holy shit. It's because I said something. I'm so squishy. Oh my god, am I squish. Okay, I think... Ah, this feels bad. Like, I really wanted to save those points for something else, but I think I'll double my health instead. You can respec attribute points now, like super late game. So it's not a huge issue, but it's still like, I did not want to spend those points in hell. But these guys just hit too hard. Save the girl from the raptor that isn't even attacking her.
My daughter!
quest.
orders are to clear the wall.
This is number one of those really good farming areas because it's a pretty linear area with good XP enemies that aren't particularly hard to kill. And at the end of it is a boss with a boss chest. By the end of it, I mean right here. So you definitely could just sit here and run this boss a couple of times. Why is my skill not casting? Thank you. It's not as good as hidden bosses, but it's still, like, reasonable. Okay, I don't know what happened to that enemy's AI, but I'll take it. Time for our next little run. Okay, time to convince someone he doesn't want to die.
I have no wish to live. I hoped. Forgive me. These are dark times. I fear I may have been.
Man, side quest XP is so good. Anyway, back to running.
Warrior! Warrior! Listen to me.
Okay. Finally done with like the majority of the running sections in this act. They really wanted you to do that whole chase things down feeling, I swear.
We are working hard to take back
the terracotta soul.
So we need to come in here and kill these terracotta warriors. They're taking over the town. Main quest. I can never remember where all the terracotta warriors are. They're kind of spread out in some weird spots. Fire demons being resistant to fire. Wild. There we go. Last of the terracotta warriors. Quest rewards. So close to 23.
What have you got?
That's not what I wanted.
Fine arms,
You level
firm
so
armor, fit for the
slowly in the
Emperor's
early
guard.
game, only to like
See, but
really
so
pick up really fast in the mid game.
Long life. How could you pass up such a staff as this? Or have you seen the craftsmanship
Yeah, that was a
on
rogue
this
mastery
bracelet?
one.
Bye.
Okay.
What you cannot part with, leave with me. I will treat your goods like my own.
One more little side quest up here, and then we'll continue with the main quest stuff. Why the hell do you run all the way up here? What was that? Well, the other thing to get is I'm gonna go Rune Master so I can get this Sacred Recharge to make ourselves a little tankier. I think what you're really supposed to do to this one is just run to the back of the room. Gather all the terracotta warriors so you don't have to deal with them anymore. There we go. Now he finally makes it to the back of the room. And we do so much damage, my god.
Warrior, an ancient evil.
I'm gonna hold my attributes again. I think I used enough of them earlier. That is not where it wants me to go. I'm looking for a break in the wall. Time for a short running section.
Having no need for.
Just a quick little side quest. It's not particularly common to get good items out of the side quest, but it's there. And then I think this leads to a secret boss arena, but the boss doesn't spawn until like legendary, so not particularly useful. Just gonna confirm there's nothing else up here. Some good XP up here, that's for sure. Yep, this is just a boss arena. For a boss that doesn't exist yet. There's no way to deal with resistance in this game, but there's also no immunity, so it's kind of okay. Well, there's a couple of immunities. But they're like undead immune to bleed and stuff like that. But it's pretty hard to do 2 damage types in this game, so yeah. Anyway, back to the run. Just a quick side quest back here. Nothing particularly interesting, just another clear some enemies out side quest. I'm glad the Dark Obelisks are back. There's so much XP. I don't remember who I'm supposed to turn this side quest into, but I think that's the end of that side quest. I'm sure it's somewhere in that village I just skipped through. Should go back and buy some potions anyway. I'm kind of running low. I'll grab this waypoint first, though. Or save. What the fuck? The save point first. Oh my god. Uh-huh. It wasn't even close at all. Not even a little bit close.
Oh, very good. Come, stranger. We have some good things for you today. Fortune follow you.
I don't know who I'm supposed to turn that behind the waterfall quest into. Thought it was just someone in this village, but I don't see anyone with an exclamation point above their head. That needs to be checked off, obviously.
Some cry. A Taoist mage of... It is said that...
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't feel like figuring it out right now. Back to the run. Oh, I hate these fucking enemies. I love that Cupid's bow has that chance for mind control. Almost forgot to grab my XP there. Well, this sure is not a deathless run. That's for fuck's fucking sure. So the reason I'm not farming these enemies right here is that stupid blue enemy, when it throws that shield, that's a reflect shield, and I will just one-shot myself on it. We're gonna skip this side quest because it just takes too long to do. The reward isn't worth talking about. Realistically, you shouldn't die as when playing Earth, because you could just Earth wall yourself. And then just exit in the middle of your Earth wall. So like if you want to play hardcore, Earth wall is top tier defensive skill. Man, I can already see this video being like 4 hours long if I don't make proper cuts and stuff. Boss time! The boss is fire! Wheel! Why boss made of fire? Sorry, I expected Bull Smacks Ground to be a charge skill and not a summon skill, my bad. Apologies. Yeah, this used to be where the pet plus health was, but it is not there anymore. Go to the Jade Palace, talk to the Yellow Emperor.
Worthy traveler, welcome to the Jade Palace. I have been here without company for many years, and would enjoy the delight of a conversation with you on matters of philosophy. But sadly, we have no time for this, as a shadow has swept across the land. You have slain 2 Thq already. Quite an accomplishment. But stopping the third will be far more difficult. If you do not stop him, he will surely free Typhon. Our existence is threatened. The gods won their war with the Titans only to surprise and deceit. However, their tricks will not work a second time. The gods banished all the Titans except one. In their hubris, they imprisoned the one they hated the most, Typhon, under a mountain. He was eternally chained to that which he wanted to rule, but could never possess. Now, the gods' hubris may be their downfall. Typhon is imprisoned on the Wushao mountain, not far from Chang'an. If you hurry, you may be able to stop the Thq from freeing his master. Take the passage below my chamber. The challenges ahead of you are more treacherous than those faced by any mortal. The future of humanity rests on your shoulders. May your skill and wisdom be armor against the challenges you face.
So it tells you to go this way. It's actually faster to just go back to the town you just came out of. You miss a couple side quests, but they're not important side quests, so it's fine.
Can I help you? Bye now.
Let me just head over to that locked door we walked past earlier. Oh, gotta get the quest marker first, but yeah. Skill points. 1, 2, grab this. So now we have a damage reduction if we get bonked by enemies. We'll probably go ahead and get all the way up to 10 here and then max out this, so we don't die as often. Time for our final run through of the base game. It's probably one of the hardest runs in the game too. There's a lot of bullshit enemies in this little section. It's also one of the coolest looking areas in the game. But unfortunately, it's just you don't spend much time there, and for good reason. I think I was supposed to go the other way. Okay, it's time for the speedrun part. Zoom time. Sorry, I'm back. Let's get this last little run done and finish off the base game. The game just crashed on me, okay. Like, it really is really cool looking. Unfortunately, everything in here is resistant to fire. And also, tanky as shit. Please don't come down here to the boss arena. Son of a bitch. I don't think I've ever had this happen, by the way. I literally do not think I've ever had him walk into the boss arena. Oh. Oops. Forgot to turn on my 100% increased damage. I can see this item right here. There we go. Okay, this next part is technically Act 4, but it's not really Act 4. It's a very short little area. It's like a final boss walk-up area, pretty much. We'll be walking pretty slowly because there's a lot of high-level, really high-damage enemies up here. There's like no way of like running this and not doing terrible. Yes, if you're wondering, that hurt my ears too. For some reason, these things have always had like the worst volume mixing in the game. Because my audio settings are the exact same they've been this entire time. Those things just have ridiculously high audio. Okay, so the boss is right here, but what you do first is you run around this thing and grab this Shrine of Mastery. And then you make the boss look super easy because you just do so much damage. Easy, boss. You'll thank me in a second.
Hail, mighty hero. I am Zeus, king of the Olympian gods. We are eternally thankful for your aid in stopping Typhon. No one would have ever thought that a human could defeat a titan. The epic heroes would kneel before you. Perhaps they shall. The conduit between our realms was destroyed. You have proven that men are ready to masters of their own fates. Your mortal world is not yet safe, but the responsibility now